gospel of God's grace ministries, bringing hope to the hopeless. The grace of God is sufficient for you.
The grace of God is sufficient for you. Amen. Greet your neighbor, the person next to you. The grace of God is sufficient for you. Thank you very much. You may have your seat. I want to talk about your situation just a little bit. What is that situation you find yourself in? The situation you find yourself in. What is that situation? Are you sick? Are you struggling to get employment? Are you struggling with issues of marriage? You can't get married. Or maybe you are married, but your marriage boat is being what? I cannot hear you. Shaken. It's being shaken. Or maybe your business have just collapsed. Your business have just done what? Maybe your doctor just gave you a report last week and they told you that your sickness is incurable. They've told you that you've got HIV or you've got cancer and your cancer is stage 2, stage 3 or stage 4. I don't know. But listen to this question. What is that situation you find yourself in? And how do you regard your situation? Many of us, we see our situation as a burden. This is a burden. When your doctor told you that your cancer is stage 3, you are left with the last stage. You thought, oh, this is a what? I cannot tell you. This is a burden. But I want to talk about your situation from another perspective, from another angle, which is the angle of faith. My people, this is how I see your situation. Your situation is an opportunity to make history. The more difficult your situation is, the greater you are just about to be. Those who overcome normal circumstances, we consider them as normal people. Those who overcome common situations, they are what? Commoners. But those who survive uncommon situation, they are uncommon people, special in a way. Listen to this. Those who overcome common situations, like let me just talk about headache. If you have a headache for 2-3 days and you take tablets or you pray over it, and on the 4th day you get healed, can the journalist run after your name and say, we are looking for you, we want to put you in our paper because you have overcome headache? I cannot tell you. Why? Because they consider you a commoner. So they are not looking for common circumstances to put in their paper. They know that if they publish common situations, then their paper will not be what? Will not be bought. But if you happen to face an uncommon situation, but then you survive it, you've been in a coma for 6-7 months, people gave up on you, you were involved in an accident, and you went to the hospital, you were in ICU for 7 months, you were in a coma. Doctors looked at you and they said, well, there's not much we can do. My people, we just want you to accept that he's gone or she's gone. People come look at you, you are not responding, you cannot raise up your arm, you cannot raise up your leg, you cannot even blink. and everyone gives up on you. But after 7 months, your 8th month, there comes a miraculous healing. All of a sudden, you are up. And people begin to see you now, beginning to walk, beginning to talk. You now become a hero. Because history was made. Who's understanding me? Listen to that. I want you to understand that situation. And you know that this is what we are running away from. And this is what we are praying against. And this is what we don't want to encounter at all. It means we don't want to be great at any way. This is a person who was involved in an accident, taken to the ICU for many months. Doctors are just saying, well, for the sake of you people, we're just keeping him here. But if you could allow us, we'll remove the oxygen so that you go. Your people come, they look at you, they give up, they have given up on you. You cannot raise up your leg, you cannot raise up your arm. Are you listening to me? You cannot even blink. But after those 7 months, there comes a miraculous word, healing. Doctors say we don't know how, because all we know is that this person was beyond life. We were waiting for death. But there comes a morning when I was doing my rounds, I happened to go try to check the person, and it's like he was breathing. The oxygen was aside, he was breathing by himself. When I thought he's only breathing, he began to blink. When I thought he was blinking, he started to raise up his arm. When I thought it was his arm, his leg. When I thought it was all that, he now said, I don't want to eat through pipe. Please, can you give me food? Every newspaper will want your story to be published. Am I true or not? Do you know why? Because that is not a common situation. And you too are not a what? You are not a commoner. You are special. You are great. You are beyond whatever they have ever seen, ever since their lifetime. I hope you are listening to what I'm saying. The way I'm looking at your situation is not the way you are looking at your situation. Your situation is an opportunity. I call it an opportunity because you can choose to take the direction that will cause you to break history, or in that situation you can choose to take the other way around, which will render you a victim. The choice is yours. But the way I'm looking at your situation is an opportunity to break history. Listen, I want to talk about your situation. You are coming from a poverty-stricken home. Nobody has ever made it in that house. They know at Form 3 they give up school or they fail. Form 5 they give up school, they fail. Nobody has ever got a job, a decent job. And this is the house you find yourself. And everyone has given up. And nobody is expecting anything good or great from that house. When they talk about the next minister, they talk about the next president, they talk about the next, they don't want even to mention that same name. I believe you're hearing me. I believe you're hearing me. In such a home, if you make it, oh my God, if you make it from such a family, you rise, you pass that from 3 that they have set as a mark. You pass that from 5 they have set as a mark. You go to tertiary with flying colors. You get a decent job. And you become the first person to work, first person to drive, first person to build a double. And wow, you become a hero in your town. you then become the talk of the town. Not just the talk of the house. No. Because where you found yourself was an uncommon situation. If you beat it, you become a hero. When I say a hero, I mean the talk of the town, if not the country. I hope somebody is listening to me here. And you then become an inspiration to many lives. When you are a commoner, you are no inspiration, because the path you take, I can take, and everyone can take, and everyone has taken it. But if you came through a situation that was seemingly impossible, but you made it, you become an inspiration to the less privileged. You become an inspiration to the failed. You become an inspiration to your people and those who are not your people. Are you listening to me? But this is the way I'm looking at your situation. I mean, this is the way God is looking at your situation. But that is not the way you are looking at your situation. When you find yourself growing up in a poverty-stricken home where nobody has ever succeeded, you say, "Cursed am I. I don't know why I was born in this house." But you don't know. You don't know. You don't know. You don't know that you have an opportunity. Take it. You have an opportunity to make history. When you are a commoner, you are no inspiration, because the path you take, I can take, and everyone can take, and everyone has taken it. But if you came through a situation that was seemingly impossible, but you made it, you become an inspiration to the less privileged. You become an inspiration to the failed. You become an inspiration to your people and those who are not your people. You have an opportunity to make history.
Brought to you by Gospel of God's Grace Ministries, bringing a hope to the hopeless. The grace of God is sufficient for you.